Hello, I'm going to show you my Leatherman Surge, the biggest of the Leatherman multi-tools, so I believe, and this is the black version. I'm going to show you around it. I'm going to try and be as quick as I can because there's a lot to get through. There's all the features of the Surge, then there's the case that I hold it in, all the accessories that I have. This is my little old, well, it's not little, my EDC go-to that I grab whenever I go out and about. I'm going to show you around it. Let's go. So it's a guided tour, so to speak. I'm not an expert. So there are people out there who know a significant amount more than I do about Leathermans, but I'm going to show you just out of interest. Now this is huge. It's very heavy. Let's just have quick measurement. So excluding the lanyard thing, it's 11. What is that? Almost 11.5 centimeters long. It's pretty wide too. It's just over 2 centimeters wide. It's a chunky bugger. Tall, it's 4 centimeters tall. So it's really big and it's heavy. But it means that you get something significant, something that's effective, a very useful tool for most situations. So, black. When it first arrived, the black did come off. And I gave it a bit of a rinse off and got most of the excess black to come off. I only chose black because it was cheaper than the stainless steel one. Kind of cool as well. I haven't had black before. It does scuff and mark. I don't care about that. Right, let's have a look in detail. I've got Leatherman Surge on that side, Leatherman Surge on that side. These bolts and stuff, presumably relatively easy to undo and customize and fix. I've seen lots of that on the internet. I haven't tampered with it in any way. So let's open it up. We've got these pliers. This is the latest version of the Surge. You can tell because it has the replaceable wire cutters. So if the wire cutters get damaged, I can buy new ones, unbolt it and replace them. And the pliers are cool, really good, very precision-y. So precise, and the tips join, so you can really do some serious precision work, and they're really strong as well. So there's very little flex. Now I do also carry Knipex stuff about. I'm a big fan of those. Those I would use for if I'm doing some serious pliery work, but these will get you out of a bind definitely. The reason I hesitate is that I have snapped, not Surge pliers, but I have snapped Leatherman pliers before, and it's kind of sickening. But the warranty is very good, so, you know, if it did happen, you'd send it off and they'd probably send you a new one. But I just don't fancy having to suffer that pain. So I'm always careful. I never twist with my pliers. It's only really for grabbing hold of and pulling. Anyway, that's a personal thing. So the pliers, awesome, and they're not sprung loaded in any way. Spring loaded. They so the gravity of the very heavy handles means that they have a bit more movement. So manual. Okay, let's fold that up and we'll have a look at the outside tools. I'm going to try and be as quick as I can because there's a lot to go through. On the outside, there's a straight edged blade, and it's locking. Everything's locking. Here's the lock, and it's sort of liner lock style. Works really well. And the blade is it's not massively refined, but it's pretty sharp. It sharpens up easy. Just to note that the black doesn't continue. Obviously, if you sharpen it, you sharpen off the black coating. But it's a super useful blade, and it's quite big. It's a big blade. Yeah, cutting nearly 8 centimeters blade. Sorry, yeah, nearly 8 centimeter blade length, and that hole is good. So it's easily one hand operatable. All of it's one hand. You do have to have big hands for this big Surge, but if you do, then it's perfect. So the big blade there. Then its counterpart. So it's not quite the other side. It's over here. So here it is. Another blade. This one is a serrated one, so this is good for rope. And it's vicious. This one it would tear through stuff. That's really quite intimidating, that blade. It's really good though. Again, it's locking, so everything's locking, and it's got some bit of jimping on the back of the blade there. they're crackers, those blades. Right, next is the scissors, and not quite so those ones are one hand opening. You can't really, you could, I suppose, in a bind get them one hand opening, a little bit trickier. And they're locking. Now there's I don't know if it's just mine or whether they're all like this, but it doesn't, the lock doesn't engage until you sort of release the scissor from its position, and then it locks in place. So those lock in place, and these are cracking scissors, really good. So I've got a Leatherman Squirt, I've got a Leatherman Micro, and those scissors, I love those scissors, but these are easily the best. Fantastic scissors, good big scissors, sort of 7.5 centimeters, very effective, and the spring is good. They're really good. I love these scissors. A little bit of jimping there, just to stop your thumb from slipping off. Excellent scissors. Again, they're locking, so you have to be careful packing it away. Fold it all properly into place. There we go. And then there's the saw. So that's the last of the outside tools. Again, locking. Oh, that one clicked nicely. And this saw is quite flexy. This is just a normal T saw. Now you can replace these. So the way you do it is to... I'm never very good at this. Oh yeah. So this thing here is what keeps the saw blade in place, and then you release it, and then you access the blade. There's the T blade. These you can replace. There's a replacement comes with when you buy the tool. You can buy these in hardware stores, and just have whatever configuration you like. Slots in, and then lock it back into place. That's pretty bloody cool. Okay, so those are the outside tools, and there is this lanyard, which people say is a sort of hidden feature, and it kind of is. So it's on the scissor side. So if you've got the, hang on, no it's not, it's the, yeah, it's the blade side. So hidden in there, you need a very thin sort of screwdriver, and you can push this lanyard out. Otherwise it's sort of hidden inside. You can push that out. Okay, let's go into the tool itself, and we have the other tools. So we have two tools this side, both locking. Everything's locking. So that locks now with a back lock here. Very good. And this is a sort of a can opener, bottle opener business. It's got a wire stripper here. Little V wire stripper. It's got a thumb nick. I don't quite understand the purpose of the thumb nick, because if you see where the thumb nick is there, I can't access the thumb nick. To get that particular tool out, I have to take both tools out and then select the one I want and return the one I don't want. It doesn't matter. I'm just a thing to point out. Anyway, that locks into place, and then you could either have it extended like that and use it. You could fold the tool back up and use it like that. Sometimes this gets in the way, so you need to fold that out of the way to access whatever it is you're working on. So close that away, and then the other tool is the bit driver. Same, keep it long if you need to access something a little bit inaccessible. Otherwise you can hold it like this. That's sometimes a little bit clumsy, and this stuff gets in the way. This is removable. Oh, sorry, it's locking. The bit driver is locking, and the lock is fantastic, super sturdy, and you release like that. So this is removable, and you've got a double bit ends there, and it pushes in. It's a little, where is it? Little spring thing. Oops, a little bit of spring there, and it doesn't lock in place. It holds it in place. There's a slight little dent in the bit to hold it in place slightly. Come back to that in a bit. Pardon the pun. The other side of the inside has similar sorts of tools. 3 here. We've got an awl, I think it's called. Same, that locks, back lock. Similarly, these all have, hang on. Oh no, these don't have nail nicks. So that makes more sense. These don't have any nail nicks. But to access them, you have to sort of get all of them out and then choose the tool you want. So the awl, the wide and narrow screwdriver. Both excellent, and they both lock. Everything locks. Okay. Okie, and that's locking as well. Okay, that's that. Yeah, gosh, I've done well. I've shown you everything. There is graduation on the inside for measurements, so centimeters on the bottom, inches on the top. Okay, that's the tool itself. What about the pouch? So the pouch that it comes with is this nylon pouch. It's good. You could fit the tool in either way, depending on your preference. You can fit it in that way around. If you had a lanyard on the end of it, you can fit it on that way. It doesn't really make a huge difference. And it's elastic, so it grips it nicely. It's a good pouch. The popper is good and sturdy. It's all good. Plenty of room up there, so it's not completely crushed. And it's got a belt loop. A little bit annoying, you have to take your belt off to attach it to your belt. You can't attach it to other things that easily. There are other ones you can get a different pouch that functions differently. And either side of the pouch are these little elastic loops. I'll show you though what I've got in those a bit later. First, I wanted to show you what I've got as accessories. So either side of the main pouch are two sleeves for the bit kit. And the bit kit consists of loads of different bits. And this is the proper Leatherman one. Quite expensive for what it is, not massively inspiring quality, but perfectly fine. Difficult to get out sometimes. So anyway, so how does all that work? You get the bit driver. Okay, select the bit that you want. So I'm going to get, there's one of these weird little ones. So a little bit stiff to get out, but that's okay. And I'm going to pop that in, and this is the tool I want. Oh gosh, there we go. So that's good. And then this one, you need to be relatively organized. You know, what am I going to do with this? Am I going to put it in there? Do I keep it to what? That's all personal preference, but there's a lot of things lying around when you're working. So say I was working underneath a vehicle and I'd applied this. You just do need to be careful, because these bits are tiny. So I'll just pop that temporarily there. I'll do my work. I've finished. Now I'm going to put this sort of universal bit back in. I keep this one in. I like that one. And then make sure you put it back, push it back in, and there we go. So there's loads of different ends and bits there, including this jeweler's bit, which on the Leatherman Wave fits in, but it doesn't fit in the bit kit here. So people have come up with solutions, hacks. The one I like is, what is it again? So you get the scissors. Is it the scissors? Oh, no, you get the scissor end. That's it. You get the scissor end. You put the bit in here, and then clamp it into place. I think I might have got this wrong. Yeah, I got this wrong, haven't I? No, that's right. That's it. It clamps into there, and then you can use it. No, that wasn't it. There's a good video on YouTube. I'll find the link and I'll share it with you, of how to hack so you can use this. It was a bit of a bodge. I wish I could remember now. It was quite clever. Anyway, that's a slight oversight, that the jeweler's one, you can't actually use it with the Surge, but there is a way around it that's relatively good, and it does work. Right, I've done what I said I shouldn't do. I've got a bit lying about. Let's put that back in. Okay, right, are you still with me? I do apologize. Well, I like to have my mine set in this way so that they move around smoothly. That's it. Okay, and then the tool goes back in. Lovely. Now either side there's these elastic loops, and you can put accessories in there. I have my Olight i3E torch, and it's a bit of a squish, but it's nice and sturdy in there, so that's awesome. And then the other side, I have my Maritac Peanut XL lighter. So I've got fire and light along with my Leatherman with all its tools. And again, so I've stretched it quite a bit to fit that, but it does fit perfectly. And then that's my entire toolkit that I just grab whenever I need to go out and potentially do stuff. Whew. There we go. Gosh, hopefully I've covered everything. I bet I've missed some essential bits, but you've got to have a look at it. That's how I use my Surge. That's how I carry it. The black one, yeah, it's cool. Would I get the stainless steel? Yeah, I probably would if it had been cheaper, because the black does look a bit scruffy, but I've got loads of stainless steel stuff, so it's nice to have a bit of variety. This does look cool, looks the part, doesn't it? Super sturdy, massive. So I do have extra large hands. I take size 10 gloves, and this is perfect for me. This is a great tool, great multi-purpose tool for every eventuality. I'm really pleased with it. The only downside, well, there are plenty of downsides, but one of them is that when I carry this on my shorts or my trousers, it's so heavy, it just pulls everything down. So you really have to have your belt cinched tight to not lose your trousers. It's a bit of a strange thing. Right, there we go. Leave your comments below. Please keep it kind. I'm not a Leatherman expert, you know that. I'm just doing my best to show you what I've got here. Comment, like, subscribe, that would be appreciated. Have a look around my channel. I do other EDC stuff. I do knives, I do watches and EDC gadgets. There we go. Thanks very much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I'll see you soon.